Should nations adopt an inheritance tax? Hi everyone, today I'd like to discuss one of the most controversial issues in public finance and political philosophy. Should governments impose inheritance taxes on large estates? Inheritance has always played an important role in shaping economic opportunity. Parents naturally wish to leave wealth to their children, hoping to provide them with greater security and a better future. At the same time, inherited wealth can significantly influence the distribution of economic resources across generations. This raises a fundamental question. Should governments tax inherited wealth in order to promote equality of opportunity? Supporters of inheritance taxation argue that inheritance differs fundamentally from earned income. Individuals who receive substantial inheritances have not necessarily created new economic value through their own effort or innovation. Instead, they acquire economic advantages simply by virtue of family background. As large fortunes accumulate across generations, wealth may become increasingly concentrated, reducing intergenerational social mobility. From this perspective, inheritance taxes help preserve a society in which economic success depends more on talent and effort than on the circumstances of birth. Another justification concerns equality of opportunity. Children born into affluent families often benefit from superior education, professional networks, financial security, and access to investment capital. These advantages may persist throughout their lives. Moderate inheritance taxation can partially offset these structural disparities by generating revenue for public education, scholarships, healthcare, and other investments that broaden opportunities for the wider population. Supporters therefore argue that inheritance taxes strengthen meritocracy rather than undermine it. However, critics present several objections. The first concerns property rights. Individuals generally accumulate wealth after paying income taxes, property taxes, and capital gains taxes throughout their lifetimes. Imposing another tax when assets are transferred to heirs may appear to constitute double taxation. Many people also believe that individuals should retain the freedom to determine how their legitimately acquired property is distributed after death. Another concern involves family-owned businesses and farms. If heirs are required to pay substantial inheritance taxes immediately, they may be forced to sell productive assets in order to satisfy their tax obligations. This could disrupt long-established businesses, reduce employment, and weaken local economies. For this reason, many countries provide exemptions or installment payment options for certain productive assets. Critics also argue that wealthy households often possess greater access to sophisticated tax planning strategies. Trust foundations and international asset structures may reduce inheritance tax liabilities in limiting the policy's effectiveness while increasing administrative complexity. In my opinion, inheritance taxation can play a legitimate role in promoting equality of opportunity, but its design is crucial. Taxation should focus on exceptionally large estates, while protecting ordinary family savings and productive businesses. Well-designed exemptions, transparent valuation rules, and international cooperation against tax avoidance can improve both fairness and efficiency. Ultimately, inheritance taxation forces societies to confront a deeper philosophical question. Should economic advantages be transmitted indefinitely across generations? Or should each generation begin with opportunities that depend more heavily on individual ability than inherited wealth? The answer reflects not only economic priorities but also our understanding of justice and merit. So here's my question. Should governments impose inheritance taxes on large fortunes to promote equality of opportunity, or should individuals have complete freedom to pass their wealth to future generations? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for listening. See you next time.